Welcome back to Living My Yoga, where yoga starts where you are. So, we've got a morning routine for you that will rival all morning routines, and it only takes 30 minutes. So, listen up. We're going to start off with nasal irrigation. Nasal irrigation is done with a cup of clean water, whatever you use. I'm using spring water, fresh spring water, and some natural salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt. And you're going to put just a dash of it in there to taste. I've been doing this for a while, so I put a little bit of extra salt. So it's kind of like, it tastes almost like the sea, yet yours do not need to be that salty, especially if you are new at this, because the more salt you put, it will kind of burn. And when you do this, when you do the nasal irrigation, I want you to be gentle with yourself. You are putting and doing everything per your comfort. There's nothing that should hurt. There's nothing that should sting because you're doing it to a level that feels good for you. So first thing is we're taking the salt and we are mixing it in and then tasting it. That's good for me. I like it. First thing is I'm going to gargle. Then I'm going to spit it out. And before doing nasal irrigation, I also want you to drink a cup of lemon water, fresh lemon water. So you're cutting the lemon up every morning on an empty stomach and stay sort of empty stomach for about 40 minutes. That doesn't mean you need to wait 40 minutes to do the nasal irrigation. You can just drink your lemon water with, your lemon, put water, cup of water with some lemon. And if you want, you can even slice a garlic and put the garlic in there. You don't even have to eat the garlic, yet it builds up the immune system even more. You choose. Then you will do your nasal irrigation. So I did my gargling and I'm going to take my hand, 2 fingers, stick it down my throat so I can activate my digestive system. Guys, this is so important in the mornings so that you can have that bowel movement, especially after you finish having the water and walking around the house a bit. So I'm putting the 2 fingers. Comes out the saliva, you're going to spit it out. So happy I have this vase in front of me. Next, you're going to clean your eyes. Usually I use a bigger cup because I like to do several rounds of nasal irrigation. It doesn't just happen one time because you want to make sure you give yourself time to clean out the nasal passages, and that includes that whole face. So first we're going to cup our hands and then put a little bit of water and then put it in the eye. You're just putting it in gently. Generally, I do twice on each side and then twice on one side, and then I go to the next. Put a little more. This water is room temperature to warm. You don't want it hot or that's not going to feel comfortable. Then I'm going to the other side. Once again, cupping, putting the water in very gentle. This feels very good. This is good to clean out the dust that collects in the eye. You can do this several times a day, not necessarily with warm or salt water. You can just do it with cold water to refresh your day and just do your whole face. Especially if you don't wear makeup, you can do this all day. I usually do it between bathroom breaks. Like when I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. Once I'm finished, I wash my face just with water. So, doing again. Beautiful. Now time for the nasal irrigation. So same thing. I'm putting in my hand and then I'm covering up one nostril. This is going to be my right. Oh, I'm sniffing it up. I'm covering up the nostril gently. I'm not pressing down hard. Then I'm sniffing up per my comfort. In case your nostril is blocked, you can just kind of tilt your head and pour the water in. It's going to go in a little bit. You don't have to force it. Each time will be different. Sometimes your right will be blocked and then your left will be open. It's always different and it's okay. Covering up one and going to the other. You don't have to blow your nose yet, but you can gargle in between if you feel like you need to. I generally like to gargle in between because obviously the nasal cavity, the face, is all connected. So it's going back into my nose, back into my mouth, and I want to kind of clear that off. So now I'm going to go to the other side, putting it in my right hand now. And then I'm going to cover up my left nostril. It's okay if some of the water drips out. We want you to use your hand because we want you to have access to do this anywhere, anytime. Good. I did both sides twice. Now I'm going to go back to the eyes. Look at this little bit of water, how long it lasts. Putting in the eyes again. Putting it in the eye, the same eye again. Now I'm going to the other side. It's actually nice that I'm doing this right now because I get to relax and just feel all the cleansing that's happening. All right, now putting it in my left, covering up the right. Feels good. Doing it twice on that side. Very gentle. I'm not squeezing the nose really tight. Now putting it in the other hand. Always make sure that your hands are clean before you start. You do this, you will see your allergies will go away and you won't be susceptible to all of those like hot and cold days where you're like, oh my goodness, the weather's changing, it's not predictable and I'm getting sick. No, you probably have a like a compromised immune system. So this might be super helpful for you, that and the lemon water. Okay, beautiful. And then it's almost done, so I'll end it with doing it in both eyes. Beautiful. Ah, that feels so good. All right, I'm gonna blow my nose out. All right, that feels super great. And now I'm going to cover up my left nostril and I'm just gonna exhale, cover up my right nostril with my finger, my pointer finger, and I'm just gonna exhale out the left. Things will be flying out, that's absolutely normal. Maybe take a break to breathe because I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out through my nose. I'm just exhaling out. Remember that over 70% of your detoxification happens through your exhales. Now I'm going to cover up the left nostril with my peace finger and exhale out the right. Very gentle. Beautiful. Nothing to force. Everything is relaxed because each time is going to be different. All right, now I'm exhaling out of both nostrils and there are things dripping out of the nose. That's okay. We'll get that in a minute. And as you exhale out, you should feel your belly button pumping into your spine. Obviously, I don't normally wear earrings when I do this, but we're doing it. You know how they would say on the Martin show, this is TV. So we got the earrings on now, but generally you'll do this first thing in the morning and there's nothing on your face. So and release. All right, that's my mommy you hear in the background. So now I'm gonna take my napkin. I'm just gonna kind of clean out my nose, and I can choose to do that again so that I can really clean out the nose even more, and I will because it's always a little bit more extra water. You can cover up with your thumb, cover up the right nostril with your thumb, and as I'm doing it, I'm only exhaling and I'm belly button is slightly tucking in. And as you can see, I'm bending down, I'm leaning back, pushing my glutes back in proper form, toes are facing forward. I'm really allowing myself to be in a place where I'm protecting my body. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side using the pinky and then the ring finger, covering up the left nostril. And obviously, it doesn't actually matter which fingers you use to close it. Yet in yoga, there are these fingers that represent things. Like all the fingers represent the five elements. So the thumb represents the sun. That's why you cover up the right side, because this is the sun side. And then the pinky and then the ring finger represent the moon. And that's what the left side represents. All right, now once again, we're going to exhale out of both nostrils. All right. Okay. So now you're going to take your hands. Okay. No, you're bringing it onto your temple, and we're going to do some face yoga to further clear the nasal passages. Press the temple, and then you're going to just slide the hands, add some pressure, but keep your thumb on your temple, and we're sliding. We're sliding. Inhaling and exhale through the nose. This is a wonderful place to kind of create a to-do list of things that you know you need to do throughout the day. Because when you do nasal irrigation, you're super present, super in the moment. Do that a couple of times, maybe 5 on each side. You can decide for yourself and release. Okay. And then you're going to take your hand, the thumb, and the pointer finger and go over the eyebrows. Go over the eyebrows. Press. And then you're going to take the hand. And I'm going to tell you, I actually have castor oil. I don't always use castor oil when I do this, yet sometimes it just feels good, especially under the eyes. It just feels good to have a little bit of castor oil on your fingers, on your face to kind of rub. So you can kind of bring it. This is Haitian castor oil. This is Le Muscati. So I'm rubbing from my third eye all the way back towards the temples. Oh, that feels so good. I could do this all day, actually. Oh, that feels so good. It reminds me of a yoga student I had that would tell me that she put castor oil underneath her eye at night. I'm like, there must be something to that. Her skin looked radiant. She said she did that at night. I was like, wow, okay. And we're doing that. And now we're going to go from the nose with the pointer finger and rise up. This reminds me as Haitian parents, as we would clean our kids' nose, we would squeeze from the side. And you're using your pointer finger, but the other fingers kind of follow along too. Ooh, so good. Now, 2 peace fingers go across the mouth. All right, beautiful. Now, once again, 2 peace fingers again on the side of the ear. This feels super, super good. A lot of people have commented on that. On the side of the ears, you can go as fast or as slow as you need to go, but you kind of give it a little bit of pressure. And now, the thyroid glands kind of bring that energy up. And then gripping the throat. This is great if you have any coughs or colds or sore throats, just kind of rub down. Oh, it feels good. And then the back of the neck, rub down. Just all sides. Beautiful. All right. Feels super good. And if you want to go into some EFT, emotional freedom technique, to kind of tap the face, underneath, the eyes, the sides of the nose, the chin, you can always do that. Emotional freedom technique is super good for increasing blood flow and also helping with anxiety. So it's important to tap into ourselves. I think that's a part of it too. All right, beautiful. All right, next, let's clear out the sinuses even more with a little bit of movement. So I want you to bring your thumb on the inside, and then you're going to inhale the arms up and exhale down. And to further make this even stronger, you're going to come up on your tippy toes so that you can be doing calf raises. So keep squeezing that belly button to the spine. You're inhaling up and exhaling down. And I'm going up and down. My feet are hip distance apart. Do this for about a minute or so and release. Now, you can do this next move seated or standing. Wherever you go, you're going to inhale the arms up, palms are nice and wide, exhale down, hands are in a fist. They can be, the thumbs can be inside or outside. Inhale up, exhale down. All right, you're slapping down at the rib cage, activating the lymphatic system underneath your underarm. This is really important, once again, to rid yourself of toxins. And when I talk about toxins, I'm not just talking about internal toxins like, okay, there's gushes of mucus and stuff like saliva or slime coming out of me. I'm also talking about emotional toxins, things that are going on outside in your world, things that are going on inside mentally for you. It's good to get yourself centered. So let's do that for 3 rounds. So let's do 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. Remember, your thumbs do not need to be on the inside for this one. And release. Ooh, this is so good. It's actually getting us ready for what we're going to do next, which is Tkatika, candle gazing. So let's do that one last round. Inhale up, exhale down. And release. So you're supposed to do that for 21 times, like 3 sets of 21. Yet I don't generally count. I just do it per my comfort and then I just pause. And this is a wonderful place for us to go into our final practice, which is Tkatika. Tkatika simply means gazing. And we're gazing at a candle today. Yet Tkatika can be done with anything. You can be gazing at a flower, the moon, the sun as it rises. You could be gazing at dripping water, a picture. You know, you could actually make this a very focused thing. Like if you had a 5-star pitch or an elevated pitch you were working on as an entrepreneur, you could actually gaze at it, not necessarily read it, but just gaze at it. So there's so many things that you can do in Tkataka because the word Tkataka just means gazing and it's a means of focus. Yet when you do this with a candle, and when you do it with the sun too. But when you do it with a candle, it specifically helps with eye health. It also helps with focus and it helps build your intuition. So do it in a dim light setting. So it should be nice and dark. And also do it when it's kind of like early mornings, right before the sun rises, and then late at night while the sun has gone down and you can make your home dark. So I'm going to turn off some lights just so that you can kind of feel what I'm doing. But first I'm going to show you a moving meditation that we're going to do alongside Tkataka. It's a 14-step moving meditation. So palms are on your thigh to begin with, palms facing down. Then we're going to lift the right hand and flip it up. That's 1. Bring it higher. 2. Bring it on top of the belly button. 3. 4. Flip the left hand. 5. Lift it up. 6. Place it on top of the right. 7. Slip the right hand up towards the heart. 8. Bring the hand out to the side. We're reversing everything. 9. Bring it down. 10. Flip it over. 11. Bring that left hand up. 12. Bring it out to the side. 13, bring it down, and 14, flip it over. And this is what it looks like fast. So it's up and opens. Some movements might even look like they're not in the sequence because you're going so super fast. And I want you to kind of just feel it out. Sometimes I like to do this in the tempo of my breath. Sometimes I like to do this listening to music. Sometimes I can be in the waiting room somewhere and just do this. But the goal is for you just to feel the sensations of your body as you move through this. It is said that this moving meditation have brought people to the final goal, which is enlightenment. Yet enlightenment is not something to seek because it will escape you if you seek it. And sometimes getting there is not just a one point, it's a journey. Actually, not sometimes, it is a journey. Yet even when you're there, there's always another level. So I want you to just feel yourself through this and feel your body. Now we're going to add in the candle gazing. As we are looking at this candle and focus on our breath, I want you to simply stare at the tip of this candle. And your candle should be at eye height, and it should also be about arm distance away from you. Mine is a little bit further away. I can get closer. Generally, I either like it a little bit closer, and your candle can be a little bit lower, yet it definitely should not be higher than eye height. It should be just at eye height. So start staring. I'm going to turn down some light so you can kind of feel the mood. You guys are doing great. Let me know how this all works for you. If you feel like this is a morning routine that you can flow with, that you feel comfortable following, because it has a lot of benefits to centering yourself, and it can be added along with any other morning routine that you already have. So, once again, we're going back into that moving meditation, which you can come in and out of anytime you want. Meaning it doesn't have to be what you do the whole time while you do candle gazing. Sometimes I may start off with stillness, and then I'll go into that moving meditation. Or sometimes I just stay still the whole time. Yet looking at fire, my daughter loves fire. Fire is a powerful thing, no different than water. That's why you can also Focus on dripping water. Fire is so powerful because we know how to use fire. We know its potential and what it can do, good or bad, destructive or helpful. Yet we don't know what fire is. Can you imagine being there the first time fire was seen, like it manifested? Can you imagine being there and seeing that? Being in a place where you were creating a spark and not knowing what that spark would become, and then that spark becoming fire? That's fire. So I want you to just look at the tip. And candle gazing can be done many times throughout the day to just bring peace and solidarity within your own mind and body. The goal is to keep your eyes open without blinking. It's best to do this in a place that's not too windy so the candle is not moving about. Sometimes you'll notice that your thoughts will move the candle. It becomes like a tensor, a muscle relax, a muscle tensor that moves when the correct answer is there, when you're present and you're there. Doing this for about 12 minutes is the goal, yet you can definitely go longer. And you can close your eyes when they get tired and then just start again. So exhale everything out, close your eyes, attention inside. As your eyes are closed, continue to imagine the candle at your third eye. Imagine that you're still looking at it with your eyes closed. And then when you're ready, blink your eyes open again. And then this time, let's look at the blue within the candle. Let's look at the blue without feeling blue. I want you to look at it and really feel one with the fire inside of you. As you look at the heart of the candle, go into your own heart and see if you can find a place where you cannot be broken. Find a place inside of you where you cannot be broken or sold. Find that woman king inside of you and breathe. Keep the eyes nice and wide. Feel free to go back into that moving meditation. The goal is to feel. So sometimes I like to slide my hands. It's to feel the touch of your body as it slips from one place to the next. Sometimes it's nice to play around with momentum and speed. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Keep your mind at bay. If you feel like your mind is getting away from you, go into some more intentional breaths. It can be simply you taking a bigger inhale and then exhaling slowly. Or it could be you going back into Tiriya Bastrika, which was the inhaling up with your palms nice and wide and exhaling down with your eyes closed. Beautiful. Sometimes we must fight with our mind because what we're minding is our next best self. And your old self will not give up so quickly, nor should you expect it. Nothing is going wrong. So continue to sit up tall, for your spine likes to be erect. And from here, close your eyes once again. Imagine the candle dancing in between your eyebrows at your third eye. Keep that chin slightly tucked into your chest, relaxing your shoulders down, bringing your attention inside, remembering that the only way to get out is to go in. Go into that place that cannot be touched, where you must find man's search for purpose and meaning within you. Continue to focus on your breath. And when you're ready, set an intention for this last round. Set an intention of how you plan on moving forward with this centered, balanced state of mind. And blink your eyes open. Focus on that halo, that light, the shadow of the light that has no light that you can see through within the candle. Candle gazing is also best done with a long stem candle like you see here, for it makes it easier for you to focus on the light. Try not to name it. Try not to name anything, from candle to narcissism to butterflies to problems to knee pains to aches to muscles. Try not to name anything. Try just to see things as they are. Because a lot of times when we name something, we don't only claim it, yet when we name something, we stop seeing it. We stop seeing it for the influx and flow that it continues to be in. I want you to just see things as they are. No names, no titles, no restraints. And rub your palms together. Generate some heat. Eyes closed once again. Generate some heat, remembering that all transformation starts with fire. That fire inside of you that burns for change, that burns because it understands things must and always will change. Place your palms over your eyes. This is palming. Another great relaxation tool for your eyes. Feel that comfort, feel that hug, and then blink your eyes a couple of times within the darkness of your palms. And then take that energy all over you. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you taking the time to see another way to wake up in the morning and perhaps another way to end your evening. Nasal irrigation is done on an empty stomach. Candle gazing is done in dim to dark, no lights except for you staring into the candle. And this moving meditation is a meditation that is done with your eyes open. And then everything else, feel it out, do it per your comfort, and enjoy the journey every step of the way. Namaste, guys. All divine souls. I look forward to seeing you guys again. And remember that Yit Dots always looks forward to serving you. For Yit Dots is the dance of the soul. Bye, y'all. Whew. All right, we did it. With very, very little interruption. Oh my God. Please help me. Please help me. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you again so soon. Mm. All right, we are outside of our fears. We are outside of our fears, and we are inside of our love. Bye, guys.